different intro than usual. I always go like, hey you guys, it's the makeup readings from last night. So I thought I would give myself a royal announcement. Hello, welcome. We are doing the makeup readings from last night. I apologize for not getting to you on stream. Oh my goodness! I got live restricted and I couldn't go live again because it was like, you have to wait 1 hour before you can go live again. And I was, okay. So, you know, sorry about that. I apologize. We are gonna do your makeup readings today. Your timestamps are in the description below. And I will see you there. Thank you very much for trusting me as your reader. Daisy. Daisy! My first victim. Hey! Thanks for coming by. I hope that you like your reading. Let's go ahead and write your name down on the paper. Just like the stream. And we're gonna... Oh, goodness. It's a little hard to write with this here. It's so cute, though. Maybe I could switch it. Still cute, but more practical? Yeah! We're gonna put your... Yeah, the day. Today is February 1st, 2026. And it's 4:44 p.m. Ooh, it's 4:44! That's a nice number. Let's see what we got. You said, hi, Ron! It's me again. You know, I love readings from you. Yeah, thank you. And I'll do whatever I can to support you always. Thank you, Daisy. You're so nice. Okay, Daisy. Let's see what I have coming in for you. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! I just heard the cutest thing. Also, if you hear something in the background, it's my cat, my kitty cat. But oh my gosh! I saw the day is brighter with Daisy in it. One of your guides said that. I'm gonna write it down. The day is much brighter with Daisy present. So sweet. I love this energy. I forgot to explain. I just kind of jumped right in, didn't I? But I always intend, and I always meditate before I do these readings. Try to do a little meditation before each of them, if I'm honest. And my intention is to reach out to people's guides through mine. And, you know, see what I got coming in and see what images they sent to me. And they were showing me sun rays coming out of a window like this. And I was seeing the sun behind the window. And I was seeing the rays hit you. There's actually this really beautiful, I'm seeing this like, I don't want to say maroon. What was that? Magenta? Let me see. Let me actually see if I can find the color because they're showing me a color of your aura at the moment. Like what you're really exuding right now. Magenta. Yes! It is this color. Hold on. Yeah, you can see it right there. It's this color. Magenta, spiritual meaning. Which I know it has to do with like spirit and everything. So, oh my gosh, it's beautiful. And you also have the really nice golden. You're a little squiggly, but not bad. Usually want it to be a bit more stable. But wow. I feel that there's someone who has seen your aura recently and they didn't know that that was what they were seeing. In fact, as soon as they said that, my ear started ringing. You may have a friend or a family member who can see auras and they just didn't quite know that's what they were seeing. I feel like magenta, another way to like describe it is raspberry color. It's really cute with really beautiful gold outline. They were showing me that. It's actually so nice. It's actually so nice. I'm also seeing you tour an empty home. tour an empty home. I was seeing you in a very empty home and feeling the weight of your body on the wood beneath you. I was seeing you be able to see the kind of dust in the air through the window. And the echo of every movement that you take. And there's something about being in an empty place that is exciting, right? Because you can feel the potential of it all. So you may find yourself touring, you know, if it's not for you, maybe for a friend. Symbolically, I feel, you know, we attract everything towards us. You can look at anything as a spiritual message to you. And so I feel that this tour that you're gonna have is opportunity for you to see your own potential and what could be. And if, you know, you might be touring, I feel like it's someone you know, though. Let me write down what magenta means for you. Magenta or harmony. Oh my gosh, transformation. Transformation and high vibration creativity. Because it does have an orangey hue to it. High vibration creativity. So that came in very, very clearly. I love these readings. They're so much fun. Okay, what else? It'll... let's see. I was gonna say it might rain that day. After the sun, the clouds really creep in very quickly. But I don't know if it's this. I'm also seeing a church. I don't know if you go to church. There's something about a church. I don't want to say you're gonna go to a funeral or anything like that, but you may be invited or find yourself drawn to, or you might go to a church, because I'm seeing like the red pews, you know what I mean? The red kneelers, that's what they're called. I think you'll have a lovely time too. I don't think it'll be so bad if you do get invited. Okay, the music will be so beautiful. I was seeing a man with a very beautiful voice singing to the church. And he kind of does like this too. You know what I mean? Okay, sorry. I know that's really specific. Oh, it's linked to the soul star chakra, the 8th chakra. See, that's what I was saying. 8th chakra. Yeah, I knew that. So, okay, all right. What can we look forward to, Spirit? Yes. Okay, I always know we're on the right page when they show me the 3 of Wands. Okay. What's after this? 3 of Wands means expansion or the future. What are we heading towards for daysee? They're showing me the 3 of Cups. There are people who really are so happy when you're present. Like, your energy genuinely uplifts everyone around you. So much. So much. Because I feel like you're such a positive person. Like, I feel people want to want you present. Oh my goodness. Present. People really want you present. So you may be invited to lots of stuff soon. Especially around March. Around March to September. You're going to be very social during these times. Very, very, very social. So make sure you feel ready and excited. I feel like you're going to be meeting... This is interesting. You're going to be seeing what could be through others. In good and bad ways. I see you meeting someone that is like living your worst fears. I don't know if you know who that is, but I see you being around someone who is living a life that is quite unfortunate, but they had all this potential, and I feel like they wasted it all. I mean, just on I don't want to say they wasted it, because it's still there. You know, they still have to choose. They can still choose it, but they chose partnership. They chose the dreams of their partner, and I feel like also their children. But then there's another person who's living the life that is very inspiring. It reminds me a lot. I had a lady that I still think about her and I go, wow, she was married, she had 3 kids, she lived in the countryside, and she had this beautiful secluded home with giant oak trees. I remember the first time we drove up to her home, she had, there was a pack of deer that ran across the pathway to her big beautiful home, and she had a pool and she had light that would pour in through the windows. She was an art teacher, and she did all kinds of artistic things for her community, and on the side she did face painting for children at events, and she would dress up as a fairy. Like, she was so precious, and I feel it reminds me of that feeling when I saw her. So, alrighty, that's what I have for you, Daisy. I hope that you like that. Thank you so much. Sorry to go for so long, but I thought it was nice. And remember that you are never alone, and you are loved. And good luck with everything you are endeavoring. Thank you for supporting me again. See you later. Bye-bye. Cielo, hey! Oh, let me put your timestamp in before I forget. Hi, Cielo! Hey, welcome back. Thank you so much for trusting me with your reading and being patient. I do hope it's worth the wait, as I always say. And remember, when it comes to the future, that things are ever-changing. I personally think it is the most likely outcome, but as I always say, not the guaranteed one. So if you get a reading you don't like, you don't have to accept it. Though ideally, especially for these little scribbled channel readings, I tend to get pretty positive ones, as that's my intention. Though I have gotten warnings before, but they're not too scary. They're just kind of like, hey, you know, maybe that person isn't so great, you know. For you, you know, that's not to say they're evil. I've never called anybody evil. So, alrighty, okay, sorry, I just had to explain. You said, thank you so much for the spirit reading you did for me recently. I'd love to learn more about my spirit guides, if possible. Oh, let me get a refresher. Oh yeah, you're the starseed one. Hold on. We can take a peek at it together. That's right, your guides were very specific. I like how I'm even wearing the same outfit. Must have been a reason. Yeah, drink mint tea. Oh, that's right. I was getting the energy of mint. It's so interesting. Yeah, let's see if we tap into that energy again. I don't quite remember everything that they were saying, but let's see if they have any other messages for you. So, yeah, let's get into that. All right, your name. We're gonna write your name, and it is February. You have a Valentine's? Yeah, Valentine's Day plans. If you don't, go spend time with your, your loved ones. And it is 5 p.m. Okay, let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Part of me wishes I probably shouldn't have taken a peek at that. I probably should have went in cold, but I think that's okay. I'll try to separate myself from what I saw. Okay, I saw a very specific hand gesture. They were doing this. And so I was seeing like, I was seeing a guide, and they were doing this with their hands. I don't know what that means, actually. What does that mean? Hold on, maybe it's sign language, but hold on, let me look that up. Sorry, they're giving me the runaround. Oh, it's just a double okay. Oh, nice. Oh, that's so sweet. They're so nice. Oh, I didn't even think about it like that. Oh my gosh, that makes me happy. They were saying to me, it's okay. It's okay. I love that. That makes me feel better. It's okay. I've talked about this before, but I've also had experiences with extraterrestrials, and I know that they're not bad, but their energy is just so different. And so I was seeing I was seeing one of them. Do not be afraid, though. They seem very nice. I love the okay sign. That's so sweet. Okay, let's see what else they want to say. Once again, they have the gray skin. But to be honest, when I say gray, like, that's not to say that they don't. Because, the reason that we have red undertones is because we have red blood. And so you would assume, oh, if they have gray skin, then they don't have a lot of flu. You know what I mean? They have a pinkiness to them, like a slight pinky. It's like a gray pinky. I don't know how else to describe it. Imagine like a really pale, ashy person. I don't know if that's important for you. And this is why things are starting to come back to me. This is why I knew it was like a hybrid situation. Not that matters. It really doesn't matter. We can have guides come in so many different ways. Some of us have guides that are animals. Some of us have guides that are interdimensional. They don't even have a body, or beings that are just like balls of energy. Like, this is just another guide and another visage. So what else do they want to say? So many plants, more things about Earth. They say, okay, you don't have to believe me, Cielo, but I always say that to people because they get nervous. But they told me that you may find yourself in Los Angeles. I know that's like so specific. Los Angeles. And there's an event you're gonna go to. And it has to do with a channeler. Someone, what are those people called when they channel? Trance channeling. That's what it's called, trance channeling. You may find yourself around someone who does trance channeling. Now, I'm not seeing anyone super famous. Like, there's a lot of famous trans channelers. Like Bashar is one, which, you know, you might enjoy Bashar. I like Bashar's work. I think they're pretty cool. But this is someone different. This is someone different. I think that they might be kind of... they're bald. They're bald. And I'm getting... I can't really get their name. I feel like they're British. I feel like they're British. Because they have like a... they have an accent. I mean, that's not to say that they aren't famous. I do think that they are really well known and respected. And I feel that you may go see them. And I feel like you might see other channelers while you're there. I don't know if you're into channelers, but this is something I see you doing later. They're just showing it to me very specifically. And if you don't go there physically, you'll definitely be encountering media about it. I know I'm drawing hair on him, but he was definitely bald. But it wasn't Bashar. Like, someone skinnier and British. Bashar is not British. Or like the Daryl, the name who channels him. Because I'm like, is it Daryl? They're like, no, it's not Daryl. And I'm like, okay. I don't think that they're channeling. I just feel like something they see will really speak to you, and you might find your... I don't know why. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. What else do you want Cielo to know, please? Oh my goodness! I just saw 222 on the timestamp, bro. And guess what I'm watching? Let me show you. 222 is my number, so yeah, have some 222 luck with me. It means alignment. So that's a really good sign that we're in the right sauce. What else do we have? That might be something to look out for. It's funny because I was seeing the letter Z. And maybe they meant 2. Seeing the letter Z, but maybe they meant 2. Okay. Show me something else, please, Spirit. Thank you. You would have very profound experiences doing regression, like past life stuff. I think everybody would, but I feel yours would be very, very, very unique. A lot of people, and remember, as I said, everybody has connection to the Earth some way, somehow. You know, you were born on Earth, you're human. And I'm sure you've been human before, but I feel eventually you'll run into a life as another species. Or race, I should say. Species, race. Because they are part human, by the way. They keep bringing that up. Like, you know, we're part human. They're very adamant about that because people get really nervous, like, oh, they're different. But this person is, well, yeah, this guy specifically, which is so, he's a good energy. He's a good energy. I love the. Okay, I like that. I'm gonna be honest, they're making Area 51 jokes. And like CIA jokes. Alright. I do think that you will meet someone very similar to you, and I feel that they are on the autism spectrum. And I feel that this person has experience like with telepathy. I don't want to say that they aren't. This was like someone different. I don't want to say that they, you know, are talking to you through your mind. They probably are. But I feel that they have dreams and they receive communication telepathically. But I also feel like they have experiences. Maybe look into the telepathy tapes. I feel that you would find that very interesting. So, okay, I'm gonna leave it there. Also, they're saying something about Mall World. Mall World. Mall World is a insane rabbit hole. But anyways, thank you very much, Cielo. I hope that you like that. Thank you very much for trusting me with your reading. I hope that it was a positive experience, and good luck with everything you are endeavoring. Remember, you are never alone, and you are loved, and thank you so much to Cielo's Guide. See you later! Hey there, Matt! Sorry about my stream ending abruptly. I got yeeted, as I said in the beginning. But hey, thank you so much for trusting me and supporting me. It's really kind of you. I do hope that it's a good experience. Remember, when it comes to the future, tarot is unreliable, so take it with a grain of salt. If you don't know how tarot works, well, it works a couple ways. First of all, the person who is doing the reading is using their higher mind to kind of read between the lines of the symbols. But also, I believe that the law of attraction is at play as well. You know, I don't believe in coincidences. I feel that everything has a mathematical reason for it happening, for it unfolding, and psychics can kind of tap into that. And you're psychic too. Everybody can do it. Some of us are just more practiced. And so if you ever want to get into what I'm doing, if you feel called to, just know you can do it too. Just gotta have the passion and the practice, as I always say. You said a general reading, I guess, for life, and we had one card fall out for you, and I respect that. Okay, this is your energy, the King of Swords. I gotta see it to believe it kind of energy. That's okay, I understand. Now, the King of Swords is somebody who is very smart, very intelligent, very much ruled by their mind. So this is Mercurian energy. Think Gemini energy, so intellect, logic, thinking, communication. This is somebody who really values the history. They really value math. They really value great thinkers like Aristotle and that kind of energy. You know, maybe you have an obsession with like World War II or Rome or something like that. You know, that's the King of Swords energy. Now, this energy actually came up as well for you, and so I want to flip it over. I wanted to wait. Ooh! But this is what's hidden underneath it. Someone who's very much in touch and in tune with their emotions. You know, you're someone who has to see it to believe it, but wow, do you want to believe it, like so badly. So when you hear about these miracles, when you hear about these psychics, when you hear about these like manifestation techniques, or when you hear people talk about how they healed their body miraculously, all of these things, maybe even the concept of like God and stuff like that, you're like, I want to believe it. But it's kind of a tall order, isn't it? You know, it's something that you have to go inside, not outside, to find, and that's the problem with it. That the more you try to look for evidence outside of you, the less you're gonna believe it, because all the magic is inside of you. And I feel that you know that deep down. I also feel that as you grow older, you're going to become softer and more understanding. Not to say that you're not soft and understanding. As I said, I feel like that's a layer underneath. Kind of if you peel back. But the King of Cups is somebody, you know, who is very compassionate. And so I don't see you being too judgmental. But I do see you being up to a challenge, right? You know, you might be the kind of person who loves a good debate, loves a good talk about deep conversations and challenging people's moralities and stuff like that. But you know, you have a pretty solid foundation. I also kind of see, you know, a lot of times our king cards have been through it. You know, you have to do a lot of work to become one of the king cards. You've got 2 of them, all right, and they're both blue. Period. I love the blue. Blue, once again, color of intellect, especially light blue. And the King of Swords is air energy, as I mentioned before, thought, logic, communication. But also the King of Cups is water energy, and so remember, you may have, I don't know if you've had experiences that you can't explain, and maybe that's why we've kind of been a bit more like, well, I need proof, but or like you try to rationalize things. And so you may find yourself wanting to explain some experiences maybe you had as a child, or some experiences that your loved ones have had, because you want to believe them deeply. Now, I know, sorry, that was a big deep dive into these cards, but I felt like it was important. So we have your focus being the Magician card, and the Magician is about manifestation. It's an energy of wanting, not just wanting, it's about using the energies around you that you have available to you to create a reality that you prefer. The Magician is known as the great alchemizer, the great catalyzer. They hold up their wand and they use all of their resources, their time, their energy, their mind, their soul, their body, everything, to create so that they can wield their power efficiently and with agency in their life. And so there's a big energy here as well as of independence. I'm just very, very drawn to this book energy. You may find yourself really drawn to kind of losing yourself in books. I do feel like it has to do with history and stuff like that. I don't know why. Maybe you should get yourself over to a bookstore or the library sometime soon, because I feel there's like a read that's gonna come in that's gonna really help change your perspective on things. Especially for the direction you want to go in. I know this is very specific, but anyways, it's just really drawn to the book. Okay, now in the future we do have the Ace of Wands, and this is a spark of inspiration. This is you going, oh my goodness, that's so cool, that's so interesting, it's so shiny, I want to do that. Let's see what that is. Temperance, advice. New studies, yes, oh my goodness, it's new studies. We have the student card. So the great master understands that they are still a student. You also have the Two of Wands, needing to make a decision, and then the Two of Cups about a relationship. So you may, I don't know if you're single or not, if you are single, you may find yourself wanting to explore relationships. Now, if that doesn't sound like you, if you're like, I'm not quite ready for that, just know it's definitely in the background, especially the King of Cups, remember how I mentioned? King of Cups, someone who has deep emotions, all right? And so you may find yourself over time wanting deeper connections in your life. Now, if you are in a relationship, there is an energy here of connecting to them on a deeper level through deep conversations, about who we are and where we're going and what can we change, and what do you believe about this, where do your morals stand there. And I do think that you will settle for no less if you are looking for love. I know love is really on the mind right now for people because of February coming in. It's kind of in the cultural zeitgeist at the moment. Oh, what are we doing for Valentine's Day? Oh, Cupid's bow, you know what I mean? But I do just feel us being very inspired. Now, I would like to recommend a book to you, and you don't have to read it. It's okay. Hold on, let me. Ryan Weiss. There is only love. I think it's what it's called. Oh yeah. Okay. Only love is real. So I read this book. I don't know if it interests you. It's okay if it doesn't. Only Love is Real is a story of soulmates reunited. Dr. Brian Weiss in 1997 explores the profound concept that love is the ultimate eternal energy surpassing time, space, and reincarnation. The book highlights how soulmates find each other across different lifetimes, focusing on the story of two patients, Elizabeth and Pedro. It's really interesting. So this man is a past life regressionist. He's a hypnotherapist. And he figures out that Elizabeth and Pedro are separately, by the way, having past lives together. But because they are his patient and he's a doctor and it's illegal, he can't tell them. So he just kind of watches this story unfold of these soulmates that are this close, this close to finding each other and trying to, get them together. And so I don't know why I feel like recommending that to you, because I just see you wanting to kind of explore that side of yourself. What is happening in the universe? What is going on? You might be into conspiracy theories. Me too. But have fun with conspiracy and stuff like that. Try not to let it lose you. But yeah, let's look a little bit more into your future. What's going on in the future? Ooh, the Ace of Pentacles. Opportunity to grow. The Two of Pentacles, but with great effort. And a new connection. Okay. Yes, but this is all really fresh, really new energy. Very nice. I think that you're wanting to deepen your experience here on Earth. It's like, things have just been so dreary or so boring or so lackluster or stressful. This energy of I'm tired of my body holding me back. I'm tired of my finances holding me back. I just want to be and explore and have, and just know that this is the beginning of a new story for you. And it begins with being inspired. And I feel like you're going to be very inspired by the works of others, very inspired by people of the past, right? Because I had mentioned history. Because I just keep saying, like Greek thinkers. I don't know why. Maybe you're into that, but it's really nice. And just know that this is gonna lead you to new relationships that I feel will ultimately lead you to meeting someone really special, if that's what you want. If that's what you want. Alrighty. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. I wish you the best with everything you are endeavoring. And you're my last person for the day. So thank you. Thank you. I get to leave off on a happy note. And remember that you are never alone and you are loved. See you later. Bye-bye.